Thank you everyone. Namaste, namaste, namaste. If you see my eyes, if it's changed before I start, I've had lots of eye drops today. I may wear these wonderful dark glasses. I apologize because the light is very bright. I had some eye checks today. I'm absolutely fine. So today's subject, what can we do in these very difficult times? How can we stay positive? The first thing is, remember, we are all three: body, mind, and spirit. All three. The highest force and the greatest healer is the spirit. The body is our vehicle. Our mind is the one with all the thoughts that gets us into lots of trouble. So I'm going to start first with the body. What can you do when the mind is going crazy? Of course, we all talk about Hatha Yoga, so I will say definitely do some Hatha Yoga. But how to do it and how to create, the desire to want to exercise every day. And I'm not only talking about Hatha Yoga, I'm talking about walking or running or dancing or swimming. Anything that gets your body to move. It's really important. The most important thing for your body before it can tune in to spirit and mind, because it's our vehicle. All right? So the only way you can do that is make yourself what we call a sankalpa, a promise, a self-promise. For 2 weeks, I'm going to have a routine. So for those who have children, okay, my children I am homeschooling. Everybody's at home. Okay, then choose a time and tell your family, from this time to this time, give me 1 hour every day to do what I need. And you make it a routine. And during the day, every hour on the hour, stop for 2 minutes. Even when you go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom and think and get in touch with your spirit at that time. Why? Because when times are so difficult and everything is changing, the mind will constantly grab on the negative. It is the way of the mind. Remember what all the yogis tell us? It's like a drunken monkey stung by a scorpion and possessed by demons. So we use this vehicle, the body, to uplift ourselves. So exercise is what we need to do. Also, the foods we eat help us a lot. Now, we all know that vegetables take 2 hours to get through our body. Fruits take 45 minutes to 1.5 hours, depending on the fruits. So have foods that you can easily digest. Of course, meats take 8 hours. So I always advocate vegetarianism because of that, because it keeps the body light, and then you can use your mind and that energy, because we are energy. Please remember, we are energy, and our energy gets depleted when our mind is so full of thoughts. When it's so dense, then we start to feel very tired, and then depression sets in. So we must use the vehicle properly, eat the right foods, and foods give us the energy we need. So eat lots of fruits and vegetables, nuts. And of course, if you're allergic to those things, find alternatives. There are many alternatives on the market today. So look after the body, but keep a routine. Routine is really important, because if you don't keep a routine today, you'll say, well, I didn't do it today morning, so, I'll do it tonight. And tonight comes and you won't do it. You just won't do it. I'll leave it tomorrow. Then it leaves you with a feeling of, I should have done it. Next day, you're a bit more sluggish. So make a routine up. Vital. So you get up, okay, 6 to 6:30, I'm going to meditate. 6:30 to 7:30, exercise, walking. 7:30, I'm ready. There's nowhere to go. There's no parties. There's no restaurants open. Go to bed earlier. Go to bed 10:30. Go to bed at 10. 10 to 4 gives you already 6 hours. Go to bed at 11. I go to bed 11:30, 11, and I get up at 5:30. That gives me a good 6 hours. For people who need more, go to bed 10:30, get up at 6. That gives you plenty of hours. But you won't want to go to bed if you're not tired. And if you don't work that body, you are not tired. So what I would do is do my exercise in the morning and the evening after dinner, walk around your house, do some movement, dance with your kids, put some music on, and get your body working. Now let's talk about the mind. The mind. That's what gets us all crazy. Of course, if you turn on any news channel, all you hear is negative, 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 negative. And if you're on your WhatsApp, we're getting messages about, the problems with, do we take the vaccine? Do we not take the vaccine? Is this true? Is this lockdown? Is that not? And all these conflicting views are creating so much divisiveness, creating so much anger. Okay, the yogi's job? To know. It is as it is. This is the way things are now. Is to rise above the gunas. This is all in gunas. There was no Jesus without Judas. If Judas wasn't around, there would be no story about Jesus. If there is no COVID, there is no reflection, there is no story. So is it good, is it bad? When we get into this argument, there is a lot of pain. And when there's a lot of pain and there's a lot of argument, you've lost your balance, Don't lose your balance. That's your instrument of peace. Remember, we are spiritual beings. We're supposed to be awake and we're supposed to give hope and peace. Now, when we fall into that vibration, our body breaks down. Our immune system breaks down. You all know that already. When you're fearful, everything starts to break down. So the mind. So your job is my mind. Okay, it's going all over the place. For one day, I'm not going to listen to anything. Maybe just put on some nice mantras, take a walk, look out at the sky. For me, looking out at the sky is so precious when I see those clouds and then, and you stare and stare, especially on a sunny day, and you see what Paramahansa Yogananda talks about, the life trance. They're like skinny silver things all over, they're just everywhere. And if you stare, you can see them, you can really see them. And they're all dancing in the atmosphere. And that reminds me, by just looking at the sky, I decided to have this earthly experience. And oh my God, this is really, really interesting times. This is the adventure. This is the wave. And can I surf it? Then of course people say, but Nalanie, so many people are getting sick and this is so terrible and so many people are losing money. And yes, I know. But I remember one thing my Gurudev always said. Actually the first talk when he came to Gibraltar, the first thing he said to me, or to the whole group, was, don't even think and ask for world peace when you yourself don't have peace. Trust your higher self, because everybody's body is different. We're all different. So like person like me, I'm an asthmatic. I used to have many allergies. Now I'm only allergic to dust. Isn't that great? So through the practices of yoga. So somebody else has a great immune system. Somebody who doesn't, you don't know. So don't get into debate the mind, okay? Listen to people's points of view. Don't only try to give yours. This is what I know and this is what I think. You may be right. They may be right. Who knows? Who knows? All I can tell you is that you have to live within your mind. We all have to live within our mind. It is so important. We are all living in our mind. So how do you want to live? Do you want to live a peaceful life, or do you want to wear dark glasses and be miserable? And I think my eyes are getting better as I'm talking, so I'm going to remove the glasses. Works, yeah. See, even when I talk about the divine and the spirit, my body starts to get well. My eyes start to see again. And I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. This is true. Healers will tell you that. Nothing to do with us. We're just instruments. We're just bodies. And now we come to the part of spirit. You know, even Jung said, real healing only happens when we touch the super consciousness. And what is the super consciousness? What is the higher self, God, whichever you want to call it, the universe, divinity? And that's when real healing occurs. Now we know we are spirit. We know we are spirit. At least everybody here knows that. Having an earthly experience. You know that, right? You know that. But we forget. We forget. Because, you know, there's all these other sounds coming into our heads that we've lost the ability to listen to the inner voice. And take this time, these uncertain times. You're home. You're not all over the place. You're not getting ready to go out for dinner or lunch or meeting this one or meeting that one. You're home. You're home. Get into Get into rejoice. I mean, yesterday I was saying, I got up in the morning, yes, rejoice. Today I had to go to the doctor for my eye test, and I go, okay, I have to go, not because I don't want to go or anything, but I'm so happy in you know, and this, I'm so grateful to be in So make your home full of in the He. That's what you fill your mind with, so you get connected with that higher spirit. So when you're meditating, of course, if you're disturbed, all the negative will come out in your mind first. So allow it. Listen to it. Say, okay, mind, I allow you to chatter. And then after 5 minutes, I'm done. I am done. And then you think of things that you're really grateful for in the meditation, because the mind's all over the place. So build up that love. Like I've told you 1,000 times, and I'll keep repeating it. Think of somebody you love very much. Think of your spiritual master. And if you don't have a spiritual master, think of something you love. The beautiful sky, the sunset, the rose, something that elevates you. A grandchild, a grandmother, a person, a grandfather, whatever, your mom, whatever. Bring that love in your heart. And that love changes the atoms in your body right away. You think of somebody you love, you want to smile. If you think of COVID, you want to cry, you know. So this is how you just adjust. And I know it's hard. I really know it's hard. But if you don't face that fear and that hardness and know you can do it, nobody can do this for you. Yes, so we can use this energy, this spiritual energy, for healing, distance healing. This is what we're talking about. But it doesn't work unless our minds and our hearts and our words are attuned to this energy field. So we're all in that same vibration. And then it creates this ball of energy. And that is what we can do. We can do these positive things. We can spend time. We can look. And somebody asked me, Nalanie, but but I have to cook all day and clean and my kids. How do I see God in everything? And I said, God is everywhere, right? The divine is everywhere. Everything is space. We are occupying space. There is space in us. What do they call the space in us? Prana. Prana is what they call the space in us. So everything is connected. So when you're cooking, how it helped me was when I cook, and it's a habit now. I've been doing it for so long, it's a habit. I'm just thinking, I'm cooking for the divine in my partner. I'm cooking for the divine in me, because if I put love into this food, it'll keep me healthy, it'll keep my partner healthy, and And everything is done with mantras. We even, in our household, Les and I, we measure everything in Om Trambagams or Om Namah Shivayas. How many Om Namah Shivayas of salt? You just pick it up and you go, Om Namah Shivaya, and that's enough, and it just works. And so the thoughts are constantly on the divine, choose your own, whatever you want. If you want to say, singing a song, a love song. So yeah, you sing a song that elevates you. For me, the divine is my friend, sometimes my lover, sometimes, but I need that bhakti yoga, that love. I need it. My personality needs that. When I get into too much jnana yoga, too intellectual, I have noticed that I feel far. That's why for me, God is love. Because when I connect with love, I feel connected with everyone. So I take the path of the heart. And my advice is to take the path of your heart. It will tell you. It will talk to you. It will speak to you. The path of love. We are here on this earth, and to constantly remind ourselves, to awaken ourselves to who we really are. We chose to come to earth to have this experience. We chose this time. We chose this era. And again and again and again, in these uncertain times, I am still telling you, the world is much better now than it's ever been. So I'm seeing, where is the negative coming from except from the news? And of course, yes, death is painful and sickness is painful and wars are horrible. And I keep thinking, at least there are not bombs falling all around me. So changing your mindset into gratitude every morning. And if the news is too much for you, switch off. And when you hear about somebody sick, sit down like I do. Or I'll just walk, I'll go to my garden. If you don't have a garden, just sit in front of your little altar, just even half a minute, and just send them light. Thy will be done, whatever is best for everyone. But then you see, I'm also not frightened of death, because death comes to all of us. And for me, the worst is seeing people suffer, so give them peace in their suffering, So change the mindset. All these kind of feelings will lift you. It'll change your attitude. Then, once your attitude, the mind doesn't trap you constantly trap you, that's when you start to actually live positively. If you just get up in the morning, and this is how you keep your mind positive, and I know today will bring me everything I need. So I'm going to focus on the moment. I'm going to focus this moment. And the mind goes, da, 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 da. Oh my God, I don't feel like doing that. This moment's gone forever. I've just lost it in complaining. What if I was going to die today? Would I like to die like that? You talk to yourself, and you're not crazy. Actually, it's very healthy. And then you inspire yourself. We are all family. And when we understand we're all human beings and we can uplift each other, awaken to our spirit, then your attitudes will change. And then creativity comes by itself. You will be given the job that you need. You will be given the energy. You feel it's like all the signs. But go internally. Try to bypass the mind stuff, okay? The mind stuff will be there. Don't try to quieten too much. It's too much resistance. Let it talk and go beyond it if you can, and go back to the higher self. Keep drawing yourself back into that lotus with the light in the middle of your heart, or your master, or somebody you love, and feel that expansion of the heart chakra. Feel all those rays of light coming from your heart to the world. We can all do this. And then the attitude of will just actually automatically change. You don't really have to change anything. And you say, how did I learn this? Or how did this happen? And then you go, how do I know this stuff? Who's teaching me all this? And then you realize the Spirit is free. It will give you everything you need to serve and to love. It will give you, just have to love. And of course you have to love yourself first.